and welcome back, my Trucking with Jazz fam. So, today is Saturday. Yesterday was, this week is the first week of NFL football. If anybody know, I like football. I like basketball too, but I like football. Okay, my team, Miami Dolphins for the win. All right, for y'all Dolphin haters, keep the comments to yourself. All right, so I'm coming to you guys today with a video, and you may say, Jasmine, well, you're behind. Come to us, not often enough. And I said to a fellow coworker, I was like, I try not to come on here if I'm not in the right mood, if I'm, feeling down. I ain't pretending, but I just don't prefer to put that negative stuff out there. I really like being positive all the time, majority of the time. I'm just being real. So I have done a lot of different things that I do not share on my social media because sometimes you have to be private. Sometimes you got to keep your happiness to yourself because not everybody out here happy. Not everybody rooting for you. That's just being true. So this video today is going to be about, should I go back to Prime and why? We're going to talk about the good, bad, and ugly of the whole situation. All right. Now, I think I mentioned on a previous video, I was saying how I would do it if I was to come back to Prime and get a truck. I'm going to tap into that a little bit more and just jog your mind when it comes to purchasing the truck, the different ways you can do it, and why I am still in research process, but why I still feel like it's a top 10, like they in my top 3 of why I would go when I dealt with them before, right? So you ever had that situation where it's like, okay, I'm going to go and deal with this situation because I know it, right? And sometimes that can be bad depending on what the situation is. And then you have situations where it's like, don't operate in fear and go back somewhere that's familiar because like maybe God is just trying to change you or have you go in a different direction or whatever, right? So in this case, I just been adamant about making sure that I do right by my money, that I set myself up. I'm not knocking any fellow truck drivers, but it's a lot that's out here that are, really foot on the pedal, have to work because, they're either the sole provider for their family. When things were good, they didn't do right by their money, and now, they out here just like having to work. And with me being 33, I just want to make sure I'm about to be 3 years in the game. I don't know everything, but the little that I do know and the things that I research, places I call to inquire, like I am trying to put everything to work. And as I'm learning it, tell you guys about it too. Some stuff is trial and error. And I will come back here and say, hey, I tried this and this didn't work. You got a lot of people that get on this YouTube stuff and they say, hey, they sound real good. And I said that in a previous video too, where people sound really good and they really can fool you. It's like a wolf in sheep clothing for real. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, again, this video is going to be about why I should I go back to Prime and why. Okay, so let's talk about it. From the very beginning, reasons I like Prime. Prime Inc. to be exact. That's what I'm talking about. They're based in Springfield, Missouri. And I'm bringing it up because it's coming back around. Like I said, I want to buy a truck or get into a truck situation in the new year. And they are a big contender of a company that I'm thinking about going back to, but I have red flags. So the pros, like I said, let's go back to the beginning. I chose Prime for my schooling because one, I liked it that they had a lot of structure based off of me speaking to the recruiter. First of all, I liked it that they had a lot of different locations all over, like terminals. I liked the different variety of truck divisions you can go into. I liked their process of how you go into it. I know it's other companies may say, Jasmine, it was CRST. It was, a lot of those different Warner. You get what I'm saying? But when I was researching, Prime stuck out real big. I enjoyed what I saw. I liked the Springfield location. I was like, that's where I want to go. If I'm going, this is where I want to go. Okay, when I got there, some of the process was shaky, because they still deal with a trainer situation currently, and they still dealing with that now. What I'll say about the training situation is not everybody deserves to be a trainer. Just because they get loads where they're supposed to go on time doesn't mean that their personality. Some people know how to work solo. Some people are not good to work with other people in the sense of, that's why some truckers, be solo, because they don't want nobody in no truck. You can say, hey, you can make more money. They want to wake up to be in their space and do what they want to do. With that being said, yeah. So the training situation was a little iffy. Me and my wife was able to do our PSD training on the pad. I really enjoyed that. And then right after that, we easily within the same week after we got our license, we was put with trainers. And my experience was great. My wife's experience was okay. And it wasn't like super crazy. And I had male trainers. Yes, you can get female trainers. You just have to wait a little longer, because you'll have to wait a little bit longer. Not a lot of females really train. Okay. So we're going back. The biggest not red flags, the biggest pro for me is it's right here by my house. I'm 7 minutes away from Prime. 2, I know their system. I know how they work. I know who to call. Like, coming the second time around, it's like I know what I would deal. Like, I don't know what I would deal with, but I know who to get in contact to. I don't gotta be like getting the runaround of, new people don't know who they're supposed to talk to. You talk to this person, you really don't know. They tell you go to this person, you go to that person. They tell you go to this person. Like, you get kind of the runaround, depending on the case, whatever the situation is, right? But in my case, it's like I know where the corporate office is at. I know who, when I want to go speak to the high person. And like, some people have this thing. Rob Lowe walk around. You could stop him and have a whole conversation. He's not a person that's like, yeah, go to my office and set up an appointment type thing. No, like, if you see him in there in the lunch room area, cafeteria area, and he's sitting down and you say, hey, can I speak to you? He won't tell you can't speak to him. He's not like that. He's very welcoming. But besides that, let's get to the truck situation. So like I said, the biggest thing is I like that. I really like too that it's straight up when it comes to the, like, you may say, dang, dropping $4,000 for a deposit on a truck is too much money. I've seen people that you use outside companies drop more than that. And then you may say, dang, but I dropped $4,000 and I still got to come up with another, $7,000. You a trucker. This is their requirement if you want to be in their new trucks that you want to buy. Also, I like that they got the bells and whistles for whatever it is that you want to add to your truck. If you are adding on, they're going to make you pay your add-ons ahead of the time before you order the truck. I was able to come and lease a 2023 in the year of 22, the beginning of 22, when I signed my deal. When I got back with my trainer in 22 of February, March, I was already in the brand new 23. And it was a custom truck that they allow somebody to order. I'm not sure if they was making them pay down the deposit for the order at the time, or maybe that's why they changed it, because I literally had a custom truck, a custom bumper that was painted, pins changed out, seats changed out, and then the person wound up not getting a truck, and then I ran the truck for 2 years. With that being said, yeah, I liked the truck that I had. I liked it that you can order what you want to order. I also like the discounts that you get with Prime. So if I'm running with Prime, that was another thing too. Let's say if I went and got a truck from the outside and then I ran into somebody authority, ain't nothing wrong with that. But let's make an example. If we ran bought a truck from outside. You got to see if Prime will accept that truck. Let's say they accepted the truck. If you can run under their authority, cool beans. You know what I'm saying? You get those perks if you wreck your vehicle, whatever, how they'll work something out, or they'll take it out your pay, but they could do some kind of installment plans and all. Like, they got those different options. Also, your vehicle can get fixed on. You got some companies, that smaller companies, where your stuff will sit for weeks, and yeah, you ain't sign off on the approval that it was okay for them to do it. Maybe you ain't speak to the payroll people to be like, I'm in this loaner, but I want to make payments or extra payments to take care of whatever you need to take care of. You just got to be proactive about your stuff. Like I said, from my experience that I had with Prime, I know what it is that I can do if I'm there running my own truck. 2. I won't even say 2 because I didn't even remember saying 1. Another pro for me, if I went back to Prime, is now I have heard, when I started with Prime, I heard of the logistics side, right? That's when you run under your own authority, but you run Prime trailers. Similar to some of those other legit, like, people that's running under their own authority that's there that you really don't pay attention to. But a big one that stick out is Wilson. I don't believe they're running under Prime's authority. I believe they're running under their authority. If I'm mistaken, please clarify in the comments. But like I said, Wilson, because you see their trucks all the time. Now, as far as the smaller companies that's running Prime freight, and they are, running under their own authority, I don't know them offhand because I don't see, like, I can't sit here and be like, yeah, I know this company right here that got 25 trucks. Like, I don't know it. That's why I use Wilson name. But just for an example, like I stated, they do have a logistics side that they don't advertise. And it's a little discouraging to me because even though I know it's there, I did speak to a few other Prime truck drivers that I'm currently in contact with that talked about it, spoke to their fleet manager about it. That's why I'm bringing it up to you guys. I was saying to myself, which this is a red flag. So the plus side of it is they have this opportunity where you can be on the authority side of things and, maintain your fleet if you want and run under your own motor carrier, but your own authority, but run Prime trailers. I don't have any information if it's like an exclusive deal where you only can run Prime trailers while you on the, since you under your own authority, like, can you run different trailers? I don't know all that detail, but I will piggyback and find more information and bring up another video about it. Okay, so like I said, a red flag to me is currently truck drivers, a con or red flag. So Prime is integrating cameras in their trucks. I do not like it. I currently drive with a camera in my truck, but the camera do not make noise. From the example that one of the drivers explained to me, stated that if you are, like if you move your hand off the steering wheel too long, if you reach to get your cup, the camera will, talk to you or say, distracted driver, things like that. And I feel like I couldn't imagine driving and I go rub my eye or if I yawn too many times, this camera is screaming that at me and I'm supposed to be driving and just, trying to be in my zone. So I don't think I will like that if the camera system is like that. I have not physically seen their camera system. I have not seen any videos where people like recording their camera system like this is what it do. So I don't have any insight to that. The only other similar thing is when I spoke to my friend that was working with Amazon, she did advise that when the cameras for Amazon, if you did anything, picked up a cup of water, the camera start recording and it goes over to safety and safety will call you and, it's either they said that was okay or acceptable, but they will want you to pull over and grab your water. They did not want you to pick your water up and take you a sip while you was driving because that's distracted driving. That's over at Amazon. So like I stated, if Prime is that plus the talking, the camera shooting out, distracted driver, I can't do it. So that's like a big red flag for me. Another big red flag is, like I stated, not advertising that they have the logistics side is a red flag to me too. Because you have drivers that are pulling freight for Prime, got a new truck. Prime is allowing them to have like the truck maybe like 6 to 7 years, and then they have to remove the truck. And what's alarming about that is you have people. I mean, you don't want to lease a truck for a long time. So now at this point, you get an alert saying, "Hey, you need to remove the truck," and then now you gotta scramble, especially when you have a system like Prime is in place. And when I say system, meaning when you're a lease operator or owner op, you still got advocates right there checking your pay for you if you're using them for your accounting purposes or whatever, right? That's telling you your quarterly packages, your quarterly taxes and things, and keeping your stuff in line. Two, you got the permits, you got everything that you don't gotta have your hands on, because they have all these different systems and departments in place taking care of your permits, updating you. Hey, you need to redo that. When you take your truck outside, if you did not learn the business or was not hands on with your business, you don't have those hands no more. So maybe you may take it with another company, but now you have to be hands on that, making sure you don't go expire. You don't have this permit you're supposed to have, or is that company very hands on to give you that information and keep you afloat? Because at that point, you could be either running under your own motor carrier numbers, your own authority outside of Prime, and you got to be on your P's and Q's, or you can lease on to another company. But like I said, you just want to make sure you go somewhere where it's structured. But to hear and to see, I'm on YouTube, other people on YouTube, other Prime drivers on YouTube, you don't hear nobody talking about that side, and you hearing that a lot of people is like leaving and taking their trucks. It's sad to me, because I'm like, hey, these people like bought a truck through you. They want to be here, and quite frankly, to be honest, like I get like if the trucks like is giving problems and they not maintaining the trucks, but if the truck is working, if they can be a part of the fleet, and and they the owner op, but they making sure they take care of their truck when new things that is coming out on the truck, and you've been driving your truck for, let's say we on the 8 year now, but you still maintaining your truck. Long as it's up to code, that's all that matter. That don't mean you got to just change. I get that it's a big old semi truck, and at some point you will need to, they will want it to be up to date or current or whatever. But come on, 6 years? Like, some people take 3 to 4 years to just pay their truck off because they want to do it slow and steady. Some people don't want to go and say, I'm going to let 2 years go by of Prime taking it out a week, and then, I'm going to make an extra few payments, so at my 2 year mark, I'm done. You don't have a lot of people that are aggressive like that to make sure that this is something that they own. They will extend the whole entire time, or they'll remove the truck from Prime at 18 months, because when you're getting a new truck with Prime, you don't have to stay with them. You just have to run a year and 6 months with them, and then you can remove the truck from them. Even if you're leasing, you can remove the truck from them. The only difference with the lease part of the deal, is you have to go with a company that's willing to accept the truck, and then two, make sure the company can remove the payment for your truck out of your income, out of your settlement before it's paid to you. So that's like a stickler requirement that you have to do. Like, whoever, say you go to Snyder, like Snyder have to have a system where they remove the money and send it over. They don't want it to be where you're responsible to pay the money back, not because people don't pay, and then now they got this truck and they're not paying. All right, so again, I mentioned some of my pros. I mentioned two of my cons. I don't really have another con that irritates me. Of course, is going to be the communication with the fleet managers. I'm not sure. I know what I experienced with my fleet manager. I did not change my fleet manager. I stuck it out, but I tried my best to communicate effectively with him so we can keep the ball rolling. I stood my ground on what I would accept and what I won't accept. Not a lot of people do that. Some people suffer, and from what I hear when I listen to drivers, some people in current day suffer really bad because they are not operating like they're running their business. They are operating like they're a company driver. I got to take the load. And if I don't take the load, they're going to penalize me, which some people do. But that's why you document. I say it all the time. I don't care if you sit here and say the call is recorded when you call your fleet man. I'm recording this call while at the beginning of the call. They record their calls. Just let them know you're recording the call so you can build up your evidence, and people will get in line, because the truth of the matter is, the moment people feel like you will accept anything, they'll keep giving you anything. You got to stand and not move sometimes for what you deserve. I have said numerous of times, me and my wife didn't run numerous of times, people, because you got to stand and be like, yeah, I ain't running this day. And then it gets to a point where it's like, they got to give you a load. They got to give you a load, but I don't got to accept no bullcrap load, and it's just covering my gas, and I'm running for gas. I'm here to make profit, and at the end of the day, these trucks, if I'm leasing a truck, they trucks still getting paid. I could be negative $600 for me, but baby, they truck got paid, they fuel got paid, they fixed costs got paid, the APU you using got paid, and you over here with no pay, but you done ran all week. Not me. So, far as right now, this is the video. I know it's quite a little long, but I just wanted to jot down some things. I had more stuff, but I done got real long and winded. I'm sorry, guys. I know I'm long and winded, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop in the comments, what do you guys feel regarding Prime, as far as people that's thinking about Prime, people that's leaving Prime. Like, just give me the 411. I'd rather that you give a girl the 411 so I can know what I'm walking into. You know, keep it real. Too many people sit here. I mean, before I left, they used to say, if you're not moving, you know, at least they're going to try to average you at $600 a day because you're a lease op. And people was making less than that, and they was available every day of the week. And they wasn't even making the $600. So, like, you know, it's like you can't even keep the word of what they say. Because then if you're not getting the loads and you are at least trying to see if you can get that $600 a day, then it be under that. Then what you say? Like, and that's for your gross. That's not a lot of money. It really ain't. But we know the market. Those some of the excuses. But the truth of the matter is, like I said, stuff out here a little hard. Y'all let me know, again, in the comments, if you like the video. Also, drop in the comments, what are some of your views? What are some of the things that you guys are hearing about Prime Inc? And let me know if I should go back or not. I'm just saying, I want to get a truck. I'm looking at other options, too. You know, that's why I worked on my personal credit. I'm still working on it. And I'm going to talk in another video about that stuff, too, because we need to work on that to move forward, guys. Yeah, so peace, love, and chicken grease. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm sorry that it was long-winded, but, you know, I'll be back with another video.